All right, I just switched over from my Gypsy Lifestyle page because I wasn't getting anyone on it. So, what are those?
You can tag friends.
Tag everybody. Wait, you don't even know who you're You don't even know who you're tagging.
Do I just tag everyone?
Jace, yeah, try to tag all of them. We're doing tagging right now, people, so we can just get everybody.
Oh.
Anyway. See if Lisa Scars, is that Lisa? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, just, that's a lot of people.
Okay, I think that's enough.
All right, that's enough. I'm trying to tag as many people as I can, but, hold on, it says share group. Should I share this to my groups?
I don't know.
Let me see what happens, people. Hold on, I want to share this. This is kind of about, yeah, it's about my show. Well, my daughter's show that we did on TLC. I wanted to originally do it on her page, but the page has been dead for like 2 years. It's basically been dead. I put a few pictures up, but it's popped up that
more small.
There's some things that have been going on with TLC and some headlines, but of course they're UK. Hi. Hello. And then I was on my other page.
Nathan Wallace said.
And hi. Hearts to you. Give me some hearts. So how many people on here watched the show? That's what I'm wondering. That we did with my daughter on TLC. How many watched it? Let me say here. Hey. Thanks for the hearts. I'm having a blue day, by the way, everyone. Like, I've had such a blue day. And, you know, like, I lost my mom almost a year and a half ago. And I think that's the holidays and everything, you feel blue, you know? Let me see if I can get some music on. See who's on there for me.
Okay.
I don't like
no, you do the search.
Okay, I'm going to search it. So who is on there?
Okay.
I'm searching music.
Keyboard.
Let's see.
Nathan Wallace said, I do. I have it recorded, and Jamie Risk is watching.
Thank you.
What are you gonna
Well, I'd like for you to watch it and give me your opinion. Because they put it on just with our show. They split it. Before it was another couple. And then they just went and done it their way. Which, you know, with the UK, they're really prejudiced against Rumneys and Gypsies over there. There's just so much prejudice, you know. And
I'm going to type it in for you.
Oh, hi, Bella. I'm trying to put music on because I don't want to. No, I'll do it. You know, Beatrice is hiding. Look at her.
Hi.
Vort. She's hiding. Oh, the dear child. Oh, I love you all. I'm just so blue. It feels good. It's like we're together visiting one another. We're sitting here and we're together again, which COVID has prohibited everything with all of us.
Okay, you already have it in.
Okay, let me type it in. So what do you want? What do you think we should discuss about?
I don't know.
How's everybody's day going? How's your new year? Happy New Year, everybody.
What song do you want to put on?
I'm trying to decide. I can't think of what songs. What songs should I put on, people? Do you want to hear songs? Or you don't want to hear it?
Oh.
Who is that? Who's that?
Kelly Ness is watching.
Okay. Hi, Kelly. I'm trying to figure out what I should put on. So what do you think I should do about this? Just ignore the headline because the show tells it all. But I just feel like, you know, even though we signed a contract, like they cut everything and they changed a lot of it around, you know, which once you do that, that's what happens. By the way, I'm in my bathroom because the lighting is better in here, you know. So what are they saying?
How about Kylie Cyrus, The Climb? Do you want me to type that in for you?
Oh, yeah, put it on. That's how I feel. Thank you. Beatrice is going to put it in. Anyway, my hair is flat as a board. I straighten it out myself, and I hate it, but I don't care. We're here to talk, have some fun. She's trying to put it on now, people.
You said Kylie Cyrus, but the only thing
it's Miley Cyrus.
But they said Kylie.
It's Miley Cyrus, Beatrice.
Did they mistype?
No, I guess that happens. That happens. Okay. Hello. Okay. That's all. I think this has been our year, this song. Turn it up so they can hear it. Turn it up.
Okay,
I think it's been difficult for everybody this last year. It's just hard, you know? It's hard to accept everything changing in everybody's life.
Nathan Wallace said, still need to air the show to raise awareness to Romani culture and needs. And JC said, hey, my girl.
Hi, JC. I watched your shower. I hope she liked the gift. Yeah, we do. We do need to make awareness. But you know what bothers me? It seems like we're changing. And like we're airing different things, but the younger generations are different.
Marzella said, hey, beautiful.
Hi. Hi, sexy. I don't feel beautiful. That's why I got this light. And I'm like a ghost with blusher on.
JCN said she loved it, and Marzella said it is hard.
Yeah,
and
it
Ruth
is.
Hicks is watching.
Who?
Ruth
Hi,
Hicks.
Ruthie. Yeah, things have changed, and I think this is why I'm so blue. You know, not only because of losing my mother, but on top of everything changing in our gypsy culture. It changed a long time ago. Don't get me wrong. Things have changed a long time ago. Go ahead.
Nathan Wallace said, I survived stage 4 cancer twice and failed breast implant. This was my song that got me through it all. We're losing our culture.
Well, God bless you. Thank the Lord He healed you and you're strong. You're a warrior. You know, us gypsy women, all of us, we're warriors. We're strong women. You know, we're raised, the man is here and we're here, and that's the way it is. But we're strong. We can run a business, take care of our kids, the house. We got this, and we're strong. That's how my mom raised me. God bless you.
Nathan said amen.
You know, but the younger generations, it's a killer. You know, it's just a killer. When you're raised a certain way, it's so hard. It's just hard. It's difficult, you know.
Maisie is watching.
And then, you know, you lose. My mother was the old Romney generation. You know, my mom lived with me. Ever since I bought this house in 2006, she lived with me, had like in-law quarters. And since she's been gone, it's just been so hard. It's just been so difficult for me, you know, with everything.
Nathan said, people think that I'm weird, and Sally Tucker is watching.
Hi, Sally. You're not weird, Nathan. We all got a little divviness in us. We all got it. I'm telling you.
Nathan said, my granny raised me, I feel you.
Yeah, my mother was a strong woman. Even though we're quiet, we're strong. We're strong women. Because that's just the way we are. We can drive a dump truck and a Mercedes. We can do it all.
Sally said, morning from Australia, X.
Morning. I want to get there. Hopefully this COVID will go away. I want to do traveling. I want to go to the UK because I was invited there. I want to come where you're at. I want to go to a nice beach though too because we need a vacation, girl. All of us need to get away. I'm telling you, I want a vacation. And believe it or not, I want to rent like a cabin or something because that's what my plan was for Christmas. I wanted to rent something, but all this with COVID prohibited us, you know. I just pray that it can go away. I don't know what to think of it because it's not fake. COVID isn't fake because my whole family had it, you know.
Sally said, I'm from UK but moved here 2 years ago, and W Small is watching.
Hi, W.
JC Ann said spa day first.
Yes.
Marzella said yes, we are strong, and Carl Grady is watching.
Yeah, spa day, girl. Spa day, massages. Just brain out of tune, not thinking of nothing. I agree. So how do you like the UK, Sally? How's it going there? What do you think about it? Do you feel, this is good. Do you feel any discrimination? Like I see in the headlines all the time. Tell me. Who's on there next? I can't see Dave.
It says, Nathan said this too shall pass.
Yes, it will. Amen. It shall pass. It shall pass. So tell me, Sally, I'm waiting.
Govey Small said, love you, sis.
I love you, sis. My beautiful sis. Me and you got to get together, too. We're going to have a beach day. When the weather changes, and if it's not prohibited, me and you are going to go, and we're going to have a beach day. Sit down, too, and just not think about nothing. But I got to have the sunblock now. I'm not doing the tanning no more. No more tanning.
I lived in the UK now in Australia. I left due to discrimination, work for 10 years of councils and government for gypsies and travelers all over England. It's getting worse back there, and Casey Myers is watching.
Hi, Casey. So you're saying that Australia is worse than the UK for discrimination against the Romani and Gypsy people, basically. Is that what you're telling me, or you think that it's UK? Which one? Love you, Casey. She got it tight, probably. Because this is something I'm interested in. You know? Because, I mean, when that came out, it was just like, you know.
Harry Reinhardt is watching.
Hello. Yeah, I'm trying to, okay, she said something, daughter.
No, UK is worse. That's why I moved to Australia.
I see. You know, what do we do? Because I know I worked with Harvard and I worked with Kristen.
William Wells is watching.
Hey, Aunt Rhoda. Kristen and I work with Amanda. They're basically trying to make our people a race. So if somebody goes on TV, if you're out doing a job, and the police say, hey, you know, your last name is this or it's that, because I'm not going to get into names. I'm trying not to do that, because that's like scenario. But if your last name is a gypsy surname, then they can't say, oh, we're pulling you. Because if we are made a race of people or some kind of if they acknowledge who we are, then we can fight for our rights. But now I talked to Kristen 4 days ago, I don't remember. She said that with all this going on with COVID, and the problem with the president, that right now it's on hold. So there's a woman, I think her name is Magdalia, that she is a Romanian Romney. And she works with all of this.
Lisa N is watching.
So, oh God, I look like, hey. So if we could somehow get together and write, you don't have to give your address, you know. I'm a English gypsy, I'm Romanian, I'm German, whatever. But if they can make us a race, I'm not saying everything's going to change, but it can help us, you know? Now, you turned the song off when we were listening to it.
Man, it ended.
Any other songs? Any other songs?
Sally said, we're classed as a race in UK, but it's still hard. Counselors say Hitler had the right idea.
Okay, so what race do they have you counted as? Are you a minority? Are you, how do they, can you tell, is there any way if I inbox you when I'm done with this, my phone number, you can text me or I can text you and you can show me something, because that's illegal. That's illegal. It really should be illegal. And is that, who was that wrote? JC. Hey, Jace. What'd she say?
I don't know how to say this name, but Lisa and Joe.
Lisa and Joe, that's cousins.
We should have our own scholarships for kids who want to go to school.
We should. Well, see, that's what they're trying to do here. That's why that's another reason they want to qualify us as a race, so we can get loans, like minorities, housing, and help with different college, everything different. But we got such a long way to go.
Sally said, I know it's illegal. We complained about it, but all he got was a slap on the wrist.
So there's no I don't know much about the UK. I'm ignorant, so excuse me if I say something. But there's no legislation. You know, there's like, hi Kim, there's nothing. I know there's a council, there's human rights. Is that what you're part of then? So I mean, it doesn't make sense, because here in America, once they class you, and you just go fight like everybody else done, it should make a difference. But, I mean, I've read so much of history. I don't understand. And, you know, you can't judge there's rotten apples in every bunch. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I don't understand. Give me some hearts, Kim. Hey, Kim. So, I mean, is there any other routes that they've tried?
Jane Evans is watching.
Like, is there any other routes, Sally, that they've tried to get some kind of help? Because I wanted to, this is what I've been trying to do, but I wanted to start here first.
Sally
what did she say?
Irish travelers in English are classed as a race 10 years. I worked with the Federation of Gypsy Illusion Groups, but you go 3 steps forward, 10 back, like knocking your head against the wall. And Kim sent some hearts and Paul K is watching.
Thanks, Kim. Can I ask you something? When, whatever the slap on the wrist and you go to these meetings, what is the topic that, you know, you take 6 steps forward and then they throw you 7? What is the topic? What is the reason? Because here, like, I'm not classing my people, but say the Native Americans. Here, they gave them their own land. And if a Native American child falls orphan or it has to be removed, it's got to go back into a Native American home. But what I've seen in the UK, they're taking our kids. Listen, we're a small race of people. We're a dying race. You got to say we're a dying race. You know, in America, we're all mixed out. Now, I'm 100%. I'm blue blood. I'm 110%. My kids are half. But the thing is, you know, you can't adopt a Native child unless it's going back to a Native person. How are they allowed to take our kids away? Some of it's unexplained. I mean, we're not animals. We're human beings. I just don't understand how. I mean, you've been through this. I'm not saying that I can change anything, but I've sat and thought about it. Even animals have human rights. Dogs, cats, you can't harm them.
Kendra Ann and Paris McLean are watching.
Hi, Kendra. You know, even animals can't be hurt or punished.
JC and taking the kids away from gypsy homes is shameful. They're purposely trying to kill our culture.
They are. They are, because if you take a gypsy, if there's, our race is very small. I don't know if we count it because, you know, we're private. We don't tell everything. But if we count in America, UK, Australia, France, wherever, and we put everybody together, we're a dying race. That like the Native Americans. They should not be allowed by law to take our child to another culture, to take our culture out, I'll say, and just put it in a non-gypsy home. That's one thing needs to change too. Schools need to change, because a lot of English Rumneys can't read. And I'm not saying it's not by choice, because, you know, my grandfather, my dad went to the 3rd grade. Hey, he got out and worked. That's the way it is. But nowadays, us not having an education, it prohibits us. It prohibits us. So somebody comes out or you get a letter, I don't know what that is, and you give it to the kid to read it, or a child, or they need to further educations, but I know they're scared. A lot of the kids in the UK are scared to lose their life for an education.
Melissa Fowler and Mike Ripley are watching.
And that's what's, I'll tell you, I can tell a lot of stories. I don't understand it. You know, I hope you're still on here, Sally, because I want information. I need to be in touch with you. But I have a rental house. It was my original house. I didn't plan on having a rental house or anything. So something was wrong with the boiler and we needed to call a man over. So this man came over to fix the boiler. And I think he was El Salvador, Ecuador, or something like that.
Watching.
And, you know, this man started speaking Spanish to me. I said, I don't speak Spanish, sir. I said, I'm actually a gypsy.
Sally Tucker said, same with the kids in the UK. They take kids. We are a race. They still take the kids and put them in
Gauger. Say Gauger.
Gauger. Many groups try to do stuff still, but I'm sorry, wait. They tried to do stuff, still do, but they still take the kids. I'm sorry.
I know what you're talking, but this man thought, you know, he was speaking Spanish. I said, sir, to be honest with you, I'm a gypsy. So as soon as I told that man that, he jumped back 2 foot from me, and he was scared of me. So I said, wow, daughter, what do people think about us? And I have my Gypsy lifestyle page, as you know, and they put up hippies. Like, they don't understand that we're a race of people.
Elizabeth Shandel is watching. Sally Tucker said, I never went to school. Katrina Gray, Kent, and Carla's are watching, and Mark Porter.
Well, you know, all my family's the same. That's just the way we are. But, you know, believe it or not, I'm not trying to be churner or try to change anything, but education is important. And I think it would help our people in the UK. But the problem what I see is this: these poor little kids go to school and they're innocent and they're honest and they're telling, hey,
Becky Stanley.
I'm a gypsy. I'm a Rumney. And they get beat up and lose their life for that. And that's just so wrong. It's cruel. And I believe, too, in the United States, like you're talking about, UK and whatever, we take it for granted. Because, you know, in UK, you leave out of a camper. You leave out of a camper and you're walking to school. Hey, they know you're a gypsy. You can't say, oh, no, you know, I'm not a gypsy. Here, we live in houses. And they don't know the difference. They really don't know. If we dress down or dress or talk, they don't know the difference. And we take that for granted here. And I think that's the reason why we're losing our culture.
Melissa Fowler saying, our kids were done terrible in school here. Dawn Tamras is watching, and
Who said their kids were done? Who?
Melissa Fowler.
That's wrong. That's wrong, because every kid has a right to go to school and have an education. We all have a right to live and be treated like human beings, you know. And, you know, I don't know where this rooted from. I have read books and different things. But like I said, here in America, we take it for granted because we can just fit right in and they won't know the difference. But, you know, to me, that's kind of hurtful, because I don't want to fit in, because I was born a gypsy. That's who I am, you know? How do you all feel about that?
George sent hearts, and Sally
What'd she
said, my kids go to school. Their dad's a Godger, and my daughter mixes with Romany. My boy don't. My kids never had a problem in school, thank God. And George Will Diaz is watching.
Yeah. But the thing in the UK, as we all know, you can lose your life just to try to have an education. And here in America, the Godgers are so much on that.
Elizabeth said amen, and Velvet, Vashti, and Deborah are watching. Sally said, my kids also get discriminations from gypsies because their dad is Godger.
Okay, girls. Yeah, I know about that too. I mean, I'm not going to sit and lie. You know, the mixed up thing is, if a Rumney man or a gypsy man, he marries a Godger, they accept her right on in. Let's roast her. We love her. We want her. But if a Rumney woman, I know what you mean. If a Rumney woman marries a Godger, look here, you're cut off. And, you know, I don't know what to say, but I do know what you're talking about. Either way, it's wrong. It's wrong, because our blood is running thin, and we should accept each other. If it's a drop, if it's a quarter, if it's half, we should accept each other.
Kat O'Hare is watching.
Who is it? I'm going to put my big face up here. You know, I feel bad, but I see that. I know what you're talking about. But here, there's a lot of discrimination either way. You know, our people have changed a lot.
Tiffany is watching.
A lot. They've changed. You know, family's not the same. Things have changed. You're really your own grandpa here. You know, I wish things could be different, but, you know, sometimes all we can do is pray, like the situations. But I think we need to stand up. I don't know what to say about here, but I'll say for the UK, people need rights. And they should be able to live in like human beings, you know. And if we still want to do our caravans, if we still want to go around in a camper, that's our culture, that's our business. That's just the way it is. And they can't change that. And they shouldn't be allowed. If you're already a nation or you're already a race, they should have a list of what our traditions are, whatever you want to tell, because I know how we are. I'm not going to get into that because that's just the way we are. But there should be a line drawn. And I just don't understand. You know, it would be nice if they would do something with, I probably wouldn't be allowed to attend anything because I'm not a citizen of the UK. Who is that on there, daughter? You're missing everybody.
Michael Kennan is watching, and Teresa is watching.
Oh, hi.
The people here think we are ignorant. My husband's brother. Miami Sky is watching.
Hi, I love your daughter. She's adorable. Watching. Hi, Christina. No, that's not Christina. Yeah, it is Christina. You know, there's ignorant people everywhere. And that's what I'd like to say. Every race has someone ignorant. Every race has bad apples. You can't judge one for the other. You know, people can say what they want and do what they want, but when it comes to a point where it's risking somebody's life or living and they're harassed by the police, or they can't park here with their family, or their kids can't go to school, that's wrong. You know, that involves human rights. If you could, I mean, like I said, I'm going to inbox you with my information and my number and everything, and then
Miami Sky said thank you. Steph Nicole and Robin Alberts are watching.
Hello.
Sally said they do have all of that list of culture, but makes no difference. You can call on a tourist park over there as it will say no Marshall trucks or vans. It won't say no gypsies, so they indirectly do it.
Well, you know, it's funny, though, when I don't know if this is true, because you would know. I was looking at something where they put up signs, they won't serve gypsies or Irish travel. They'll say, like, Irish traveler or gypsy, they don't serve them. Is that still going on? Is that true?
Mike Vardway is watching, and no commercial trucks, said Sally.
Okay. So, I mean, have they been addressed that, hey, you know, this is the way we travel. If you put this up, where do we go? Where do we go? I guess, like you said, it's complicated, but there's got to be a way. If other minorities and other races of people have done it, there's got to be a way that we can do it. You know, UK is their home and they don't want to leave it, and that's their home. That's where my people came from. My ancestors are from Manchester, England, on my mom's side. My dad's side, I'm not too sure exactly. I know Saul Hicks started in Massachusetts. That's like the grandfather, the great-grandfather of my dad. Where they came from before that, I don't know.
Melissa Fowler said, my husband's brother-in-law is our pastor, and I had a man in the other day ask me why we don't like outsiders in our church. But we don't have people in our church that ain't Romney in our church. I have to defend our people and tell this man we ain't discriminating against nobody. We're just a stay-to-ourself kind of people, but we welcome all people in our church.
You know, I understand what you're saying. And, you know, I agree with you on that. Because it seems like, because I can say by my kids, and I've talked to other people, once you open the door and you let strange people come in, that's where everything gets diluted with our culture. Now, church, I was raised Christian. Church is for everybody. The Lord died for everybody on the cross. But when you're talking about, I know what you mean by being private, because it does. It just opens up a little bit and the flood doors come in, you know?
Melissa is watching, Sean is watching, and Sally said, 10 years I tried. Problem in the UK is the governments you get around one government gets law passed in your favor, then another government will use the gypsy to get into power, believe it or not. And then they challenge the laws to make it worse for us, so we have to start all over again.
So what do you mean, like a payoff, money?
And Melissa said, we have Godgers in our church.
Yeah. But no, Melissa, I understand. I totally understand, because that's the way that my parents were. I wasn't, I'll be honest, I wasn't allowed to have friends from school over. I wasn't allowed to. My mom never allowed it. I wasn't allowed to go out. I wasn't allowed to do none of that. And I was like, but the older you get, when you have your own kids, you understand it more. So I totally understand that. So you're saying, Sally, that basically, do the other gypsies buy them off? They buy them with money or something to change things? Is it crooked? I mean, or it's just the way that it's been going that, for years, pretty much.
Rita is watching.
So what I can ask you is, what do you think that other Romneys can do that aren't in the UK or that are in the UK? Is there something that we can do? There's got to be hope to make some kind of a change. If they don't want us around like they did here with the Native Americans, they gave them their own land, they have their own schools, and they govern their own place with their own laws. Can't they give land? Isn't there land that Queen Mary can give, and then we'll just not bother? Leave them alone? Just let them do their thing? Who is that new one there?
I already said it.
Hi, Rita. But, there has to be something that we can do with stuff, There has to be something. Oh, I can't see how many people. I wish more people would come on here.
Let me see.
Because this is so
19
important.
people on.
This is so important. It should be important for your kids and your future. Because I'll say here in America, if we don't start changing things, we're going to be no more. What I can see, we're going to be no more. I'm just going to be honest. What I've seen, we're just going to be no more.
Jessa Johnson is watching and Tyron Johnson is watching.
That's how I feel. There's really going to be no more. But if other groups can get a change with discrimination, there's got to be hope and help for us.
Sally Tucker said, no problem. No problem is elections are different. In the UK, then in the US, so we will work with country to make things better for Romney. They will bring in laws to help. Then they will be in oh my god, I'm so bad at reading. Then Then there will be an election, and the other party will say, do you want a gypsy camp built next to your home? So they get elected, then remove the laws to the last lot put in. And Larry is watching and Tom Stanley is watching.
See, this is the thing. They wonder, I'm not condoning violence or anger, but they wonder why our people in the UK are so angry. If you step on an ant, it'll react back. This is like generations and generations of discrimination. And there's no reason for it. There really is. No reason. And they wonder why we look angry, why we're fighting, why we're always upset, why we don't want to bother with non-gypsies or want them around because of the situation,
Izzy is watching.
Izzy, hey. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. We're just on the topic of some things about discrimination. It started off about my show that my girl did. Is that
because they hear things about our people, but they won't take the time to get to know us. Oh, and Melissa said that.
Well, haven't we done a lot of documentaries though? Like especially in the UK, even here we've done documentaries.
Heather McAdams and Lou Ann Sowell are watching. We have
Hi,
21
girls.
people on right now.
I think we've done documentaries and to show, how we are. We're not like fairy tales in a book, or we're not hippies, or I get sick of that because I'll go to my gypsy lifestyle page and, oh, I'm a hippie and a fairy. What is that? Will you tell me?
Deborah Stanley is watching.
What is a hippie and a fairy? I'm not a hippie and a fairy. I was born a gypsy from my mother and father's birthright and their parents and so on. But I understand, all races have scenarios. They do.
Melissa said, people have asked me if we are in the mafia.
Really? Oh my goodness, girl. I don't get it. But what hurts me, they can say what they want, sticks and stones, I'll say. But when they're hurting people and they're hurting families, they're harassing, having people arrested by the police.
Samantha Len is watching.
It's got to stop. It really does.
Sally said, I think my Big Fat Gypsy wedding did more damage to the community.
I agree.
Any more than any other documentary in the UK. They need a good documentary. I was on the news in the UK. They changed everything I said.
That's what they did to me. Because now I did my Big Fat Gypsy here, which would be Brides of US with my daughter, but it was her 16th. Okay? My show was very classy. I was me. My house, everything. I didn't do anything to get more publicity. I'll say I just was me. And I told them that. I explained I would not do the show if they were going to twist it to something I wasn't or a different way I was raised. Which they did. That's why this new headliner for TLC with my daughter, that I forced my 16-year-old daughter to lose weight to come out.
Fowler said, yes, it did.
Yeah, basically, which is not true. Because you know how the gypsy girls here, their heads are like, you can't force them to do nothing. They do what they please. That's the way the gypsy girls are here in the U.S., all of them.
Anna Lee Westerlund is watching.
So, I talked to the producers of My Big Fat Gypsy. When we were filming, I said, can we do something like Gypsy Wives here? Where me, my one friend in Lancaster.
Sally Tucker said, I will have to try and watch it.
We wanted to do Gypsy Wives to try to show our real lifestyle. And they just wouldn't having it. So I kind of figured they were just out to make everybody look bad, After I'd already done the show, and my show looked fine when they first aired it, but whatever they did with it, I don't know, which I don't care, because if you watch it on the TLC, you'll see that it's nothing like they're saying. It's nothing. That's why it doesn't bother me. But they got that there for publicity, and the thing that bothers me, they're getting paid, but we are not.
Melissa said, that's it. They don't want to know the truth.
I think they don't. I think they don't, but they need to. I mean, if I went to the UK when all this breaks up, I think they'd probably put me out. They wouldn't want me there anymore because...
Sally Tucker said, absolutely Ascot is more accurate with posh travelers in England. That's good to watch. You can see it on YouTube.
I'll have to check that out. I love watching all the documentaries about my people because unfortunately, here in the United States, I'll say for me, I don't see my people much. I'm not around them. I don't see them. I mourn for my people. I mourn for the old ways. My mom's been gone a year and a half, and that basically ripped my whole world apart. When my mom passed away, it just...
Melissa said, our girls are very well-mannered here.
That's good. My daughters are well-mannered. Monalisa is 19, and she's never been alone with a boy. She's never kissed a boy. She hasn't dated. I don't have that issue. She doesn't try to go out. I don't have none of that issue with her at all. I wish she'd be a little on shy because, it's the age where we got our courting or whatever. Even my son is 21. He doesn't drink alcohol. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. All he does is work, come home. He's very straight up. So I don't have a lot of issues. Now, there are some, things change. I'm not going to get into it. I know what you mean.
Sally said, it's morning here. I have to get up, so we'll catch you later.
All right, Sally. I'm going to try to inbox you my info, my number, and yours so we can talk about this all in the download later. God bless. Happy New Year. So anyway, everyone, is there anything else any other things you want to say about this? Because this has really been interesting. Let me see how many people I got. 19. I'd like to have, well, you know what, girls? I've got almost 3,000 friends on my friends list. Now, you think that would at least reach 100 discussing this subject, but hey, I'm glad I got the 19 people here. We'll do more lives. If you want me to do more lives, let me know. I hope this wasn't too boring. I'm glad to see everyone on here. I love you all. And anything that I've discussed here, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to be a negative person at all. Totally. But I just feel like some of these subjects need to be discussed. They lay on my heart. They lay heavy. You know, people aren't as passionate as I am. They don't have the same, maybe they don't feel the same way. But I was always raised that if that's how I felt, that I should bring myself out and, you know, discuss it.
Melissa said, God bless y'all.
God bless y'all too. So I am going to cut this live. I've enjoyed it. I felt so blue when I first come on here. I won't lie. I felt so blue. But now since I've seen everybody talk and see how we are, just be on live talking to your people. It just lifts it. The blueness, this is just us. These are things about us that other people can't understand. And they never will. There's all different cultures, and this is just the way that we are. But I love you all, and God bless everyone. Stay tuned, because we're going to do more. And thanks for everything. And have a good night. And say your prayers.
Kim said, good evening. I'm grateful that we have met.
Yeah, Kim, I love you too. God bless. Sweet dreams, everyone. Bye.